to Self-Advocacy in Action. Our episode for today, we're going to look at inclusion because it's March 2022 and it's Spread the Word for Inclusion Month. So we just thought a few of us from Self-Advocacy in Action crew would come on and talk about what inclusion means to us. So I'm going to introduce Sam Mattel. Pass it over to you, Sam.
Hi, I'm Sam Mattel. I'm the Executive Director of Center for Self-Advocacy. Inclusion to me means that people have access to their community, to businesses to be able to have an automated door on the businesses so they can buy the products that they want to buy, that they can sit in a restaurant with the lighting that they wish to have for sensory purposes. They should be able to be part of that community. Another thing for inclusion is to remember that people with disabilities also have cultures, and to recognize those people with different cultures. Thank you. And Mike, you ready to go?
Sure. I'm Mike Rogers. I am with the Self Advocacy Association, and my idea of inclusion is simply visibility. For so long, people with disabilities were viewed as separate only, and especially when they were with their staff. Their staff is often looked at as primary. So, what I've done in my life is try to create situations where I go in the community and I promote people with disabilities. I promote the fact that I'm there, and I ask others to kind of stand back because I want our communities to grow. And I've seen a change at coffee shops. I've seen a change at doctors' offices because they've said to me, we've never seen people with disabilities do the things that you do. And all I really do is show up. And I have them work with me so that they learn more about people with disabilities and look at us differently, hence view us differently. Because when you're seen, that's when you're really included. It's when you're not seen, that's when you're excluded. So that's my vision of inclusion. All right, Sophia, you're up.
Thanks, Mike. So I would say that inclusion to me is being thought about and people thinking of you or checking in with you to see, how you feel. Do you like it here and things like that, but not make it too big a deal of it. Um, and and thinking about what is the space, what it would be like for people to come in this space. So I would give a shout out to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Buffalo because they wanted to make their church wheelchair accessible. And it was accessible, but they didn't have spots for people who use wheelchairs to sit in the pews. So they made some cuts to the pews, and they decided not to just have it where it's like, here's the section. If you use a wheelchair, here's where you can sit because it's accessible. But they decided to put the spots all throughout the church in different areas. So they made cuts to the pews in different areas so that people could sit maybe with their friends or family members who didn't use a wheelchair. And they could sit at different spots in the church, up front, or some people like to be up front, some in the back, some in the middle. And I think they also invited people with disabilities in to come in and say, hey, what do you think about this? Does this work for you? And what do you think? So to me, that's kind of thinking about what it's like, not just going by the law, but also thinking about what's it like for the person who might be using it to be experienced there. So that's a little bit of inclusion to me. So we want to ask you, what does inclusion mean to you? It could be different things for different people. And for Spread the Word for Inclusion Month, They're encouraging people to post a video online saying what inclusion means to you. You can put it in the comments below the YouTube video, this YouTube video, or spread the word for inclusion this month. That's all for Self-Advocacy in Action today. And we'll tune in next time. We'll hope to see you soon.